Hey, it's a tutorial of how to play Neverment. Fourth attempt already. This time your boy has notes and the lyrics as well, so I'll maybe be able to teach this fucking thing. It's hard. At the very least, intermediate, I'd say level. If you're a beginner, not a good place to start. Go somewhere else. First thing, tuning. D, A, F sharp, A, D. So essentially open D, dead fed, but with the middle D tuned to A. So two whole steps and a half or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm separating this tutorial in parts. I'm mostly giving you chords and some picking patterns, but it's kind of hard. Check the tutorial or how Owen plays it because oh yeah, and if you don't know, I'm not teaching you the main riff of the song. As you can see, you can't even play it in this tuning. So yeah, I'm not teaching you that. I'm teaching you how to play the rhythm portion of the song, which is enough to play and sing at the same time, which is how I do it in my cover and how Owen does it when he plays it alone, solo. So yeah, the first verse, I'm dividing it into portions. So from let's just forget to and better halves, it's the first portion, which is what I'm going to teach you now. So first, the first shape of the song. This is a major, D major 7 sus2, chord 1. So low E, open, G string with your middle finger on the 3rd fret, B on the B string, oh, no, the middle ring finger in the B string of the 4th fret, high E on the 2nd fret with your index. And the picking pattern is low E, G, high E, B, G. So then you mute the strings right after it. Then I play it like this, but you can just do a bar chord here, but it's index, low E, 2nd fret, middle in the B, 2nd fret, high E with your ring finger. This is a E. I think I wrote it down. Whatever, it's an E major, apparently. I don't know. It's weird. It's open tunings, whatever. So again, essentially you're barring this and you're playing low E, high E, B. That's it. Mute again. So with the first two portions. Now the third chord, which is weird, is G flat augmented, add sharp 11. It's again chord 3, whatever. It's your ring finger, 4th fret, low E, middle finger in the G in the 3rd fret, and pinky in the 4th fret of the B string. And this one you just play low E, high E, B, and G. And then after that you just play the low E on the 2nd fret, and that's the first portion essentially. So I'm going to play it slow so you can see. Is slower now, even slower. This repeats a lot in the song. It's the first half of the first verse and the final portion of the song. So again, let's just forget everything said and everything we did. Best friends and better halves. Second portion of the song. second part or whatever. It starts with goodbyes. Now you're just strumming these chords through and through, you know, all strings, and you have the first shape. So the D major 7 sus2, and then you start. I'm just going to sing part of the verse now. So goodbyes. I like to hit my guitar on the cover. You can see that it's just for it's this portion of the song. The guitar is very not boring, but you know, you're just strumming the chord once and singing. So you know, adding a couple of knocks is nice or something. I don't know. So the first time you do it like this, but then after that, in the second after that, I put my ring finger on the D string of the 5th fret. This doesn't change the chord, it's just a variation, and it sounds thicker. So open, now with the D. It sounds a bit darker. I like it. It's just a small variation I like to do. I don't know why I changed that, but yeah. Owen doesn't do this, I think. Whatever. And again, this portion from goodbyes to we were falling out of love, you're just strumming these chords, essentially. Just that. So I'm going to sing the portion of the verse. This is all the first verse. Okay? So goodbye, goodbyes. In the autumn night when we realized we were falling out of love. And then third portion of the song, or something. I'm calling them portions, I guess. This is a chorus, which I think it's weird because it doesn't it repeats, but it doesn't repeat between verses. So I don't really consider it a chorus. But anyway, essentially in the original song, it's there was some things that were said that weren't meant. This repeats quite a bit in the original song. I cut it off because it's very hard to do this portion, the finger picking and singing these loose lines. There were some things that were said that weren't meant. So instead of singing that, I cut that off and I just keep the last line of the chorus, which I don't think it's a chorus, but whatever. But we never did. Okay, let's learn this portion now. You're going to pick that G flat shape in here, and you're going to add your pinky here. So the chord itself, it's middle finger in the low E. You have your ring finger in the low E, middle finger in the G string in the 3rd fret, pinky in the 4th fret of the B, and your index in the 2nd fret of the high E. So this is the chord. And how you're going to play this now. So it's thumb, ring, index, middle. I don't know how to how to explain this. It's hard. I have no idea how I'm going to explain the other parts which are harder. But yeah, this is the shape. I'm going to play it slow and try and figure out. I'm going to give you shapes from now on. Essentially, sorry, but it's pretty hard to play. To figure out and explain it, weird. Now chords change. You're keeping your middle finger in the same place and you're barring the 2nd fret. And the the picking pattern stays the same. Now you go back to the first chord. Now there's a small variation. So just a small variation, pressing the second fret and playing it open. Then the last portion, you just go back to that second shape. And I end strumming and just plucking the low E. That's how the third part ends. But it ends like this. But we never did. Play the low E open. And now it's the hard part that I have no idea how to explain. Verse 2. Very weird, this portion. But like, you need both your ring and pinky in the 7th fret of the D and G strings, and I like to keep my index barring everything because it's simpler like that. But yeah, this chord, this 3 notes, it's A major, and when you lift your pinky, it becomes A sus2. These chords, they have like this small variation where you lift your pinky and play with the bar, the notes that is barred here, and I'm just going to call them like variations to make it simpler. So ring, A, open A, D, G, D, G, G, after lifting your pinky, D again. Now you play low E. And then it repeats these notes, so now you go to that shape. This is the hard part to do. It's a hard change. And this is the G flat augmented at 11 or something, or F sharp. So you're playing, I'm talking about the picking now. Low E, D open, G, B, high E, B, G. Fuck. From the beginning, this is hard. A, D, G, D, A, D, G, D, G, G again with your pinky lifted. Low E, D, G, D, G, G open again. Chord change. Then you go back to that first shape. Instead of lifting your pinky, you play B, B, G, D, low E, D, G, B, G, G with your pinky lifted, D, D, and then you go back to the shape. So I'm going to play it slow now. So this portion, this last chord, this is the last like chord that you need to learn for this portion, and I'm going to play it slowly, singing. Okay, so all the notes you're pressing are in the second fret. You're pressing low E, D, and G, and you're playing low E, A, D, B, G, mute. Okay, these are the chords, and I'm going to play it slow now to see if it helps, because it's hard to explain. I really don't know how a better way to explain this without making it too long, and it's 15 minutes already. So never did. I just think it's best, 'cause you can't miss what you forget. Okay, finishing the first portion of the second verse. 'Cause you can't miss what you forget. Play low E, you go back to that shape, but now you're going to be a hammer on, do a hammer on. And the ending portion of the second verse. So let's just pretend. These are simpler. You're playing open A, you have your middle finger in the third fret of the G. Essentially, you're playing A. It's all A. It's not even a chord, it's just 3 A's in different octaves. So again, like this. So A, G, B. Index in the second fret of the A, and you're playing these notes like open all the time. So open, second fret, fifth fret, fourth, and you go back to the G augmented. It's an F sharp minor seventh, 6 actually. And then you go back. I'm going to just finish singing this portion, okay? So let's just pretend everything and anything between you and me was never meant. So you end in that. This chord, which is E add 11, and you play it the same way. So low E, A, D, B, G. Was never meant. After finishing the lyrics, you go back to the first portion of the song. D major 7 sus2, E major, G, low E in the second, and it repeats. That's it. Repeats throughout, through and through. I guess that's it. This is very long and convoluted. I'm sorry. I don't see a better way to try and do a tutorial for it. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Good luck learning it. Bye.